The battle between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton is heating up, and today there are new questions about the role race is playing in the campaign. Dr. Susan Rice is the foreign policy advisor for Barack Obama's presidential campaign. This morning, Dr. Rice, even former President Bill Clinton didn't completely defend a comment that was made by Bob Johnson, the founder of BET, in introducing Hillary Clinton yesterday at a rally. What do you think about what Bob Johnson said? Was he simply making some comment about the race issue, or was he trying to inject the drug issue back into this campaign?
You know, Andrea, Barack Obama has said repeatedly, and our campaign believes, that there's no place for those kinds of comments in this campaign. We face a very serious situation in our country. Our economy needs stimulus. We're at war in Iraq. We have millions of Americans without health insurance, and it's time to turn back our attention to the issues that the American people care about as we go into the caucuses in Nevada and later this month into the primary in South Carolina. Barack Obama put out a stimulus package yesterday, $75 billion to try to jumpstart the economy and target that to the people who need it most, lower-income people, middle-class people, and ensure that they receive that stimulus immediately. That's the kind of discussion we need to be having. We need to talk about how we end our engagement in Iraq in a responsible way. Barack Obama's put out a very detailed and thoughtful plan to redeploy our forces from Iraq responsibly over a period of 16 months. That's where we need to focus.
But undeniably, there have been people speaking on behalf of your campaign who have been raising questions about this. Surrogates have been making these arguments about what Hillary Clinton said, didn't mean about Martin Luther King Jr. Even if Barack Obama personally has not led the charge on this, people on his behalf are doing it.
You know, Andrea, the truth is that this has come up and been amplified by editorials in the New York Times, by supporters of Hillary Clinton themselves who have expressed dismay at what's transpired over the last several weeks. This is not something that the Obama campaign is pushing at all.
But, well, the Obama campaign has certainly put it out there. Excuse me, Hillary Clinton said that the Obama people distorted not only her remarks, but remarks by her husband, the president. Let's listen to what he said in New Hampshire.
It is wrong that Senator Obama got to go through 15 debates trumpeting his superior judgment and how he had been against the war in every year, enumerating the years, and never got asked one time, not once. Well, how could you say that when you said in 2004 you didn't know how you would have voted on the resolution? You said in 2004 there was no difference between you and George Bush on the war, and you took that speech you're now running on off your website in 2004, and there's no difference in your voting record in Hillary's ever since. Give me a break. This whole thing is the biggest fairy tale I've ever seen.
Isn't it clear in that context, in that complete context, that he's talking about the way the Iraq war record, the voting record, is being characterized by the media, the fairy tale, not that the Obama candidacy is a fairy tale?
Well, I don't think anybody in the Obama campaign ever tried to characterize Bill Clinton's remarks.
Do you, in your heart of hearts, think that Hillary Clinton is playing the race card in this campaign against Barack Obama? I
know that Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are good and decent people, and they have led for years on the issue of race. I have great respect for them. I think we need to be troubled by some of the statements that their surrogates have made, but I think the important thing is to move beyond and to talk about the issues that are important to the American people, to recognize that it's not been the Obama campaign in the least that's played the race card. We have quite the interest in doing the opposite. And then when the Clintons themselves have said some things that were intentionally or not widely construed as being somewhat insensitive, and then to turn and accuse the Obama campaign of playing the race card, it all really strains credulity. And I really hope
for them somehow to suggest that we're interjecting race as a consequence of a statement she made that we haven't commented on is pretty hard to figure out.
In terms of accountability, Senator Obama, Senator Clinton on Sunday told me that the Obama campaign had been pushing this storyline. And true enough, your press secretary in South Carolina, 4 pages of alleged comments made by the Clinton people about the issue of race. In hindsight, do you regret pushing this story?
Well, not only in hindsight, but going forward. I think that, as Hillary said,
he's got more traditional foreign policy experience than President Reagan, President Carter, President Clinton, and, of course, President George W. Bush when they came into office. And, of course, he has real-life experience that's valuable.
Susan Rice, thanks very much.
Thanks a lot, Susan.
For them somehow to suggest that we're interjecting race as a consequence of a statement she made that we haven't commented on is pretty hard to figure out.